So I need a hug. I went to this video today, and this lady, Annalisa J, is just so refreshing to me. Something I love to do every single day is to get on YouTube and to watch videos that just refresh me, center me, teach me, calm me. It sounds backwards, but when I am investing in myself first thing in the morning, when I am setting my mindset, taking a break before I start my day, it actually works better for me. So I guess what I wanted to share today is how important it is to love yourself and take care of yourself. Many times in circles we hear we're not supposed to love ourselves, we're supposed to love God and love others. And honestly, the more you love yourself, the more you can love others. How can you love others if you don't know what compassion is? If you don't know how certain things feel in life, how can you love others? And look at my hair. I've got a piece of hair sticking up. I didn't even notice this. I think I'm just going to take my hair down. So how can we care about others if we haven't been cared for? How do we love others if we haven't been loved? So these are the kind of things that I wanted to talk about today. And you know, some of the best things in life to keep you grounded when you're going through stuff is the little things every day. Just the momentum of daily habits that you have, finding joy in those. So you know, something else I was thinking about today, something I like to do at some level, some part of my day, is having time with God. I usually always, every single day, have the Christian music on. It centers my mind. And, you know, Jesus, when I think about, a lot of people have had a hard life. Someone mentioned to one of my kids, I mean, they didn't have permission to speak into my life or my kid's life, but they took the initiative anyways, and they didn't even really know me at all, and said, you know, your mom seems to have had a hard life. No, doesn't even know me at all. But the truth is, when you have certain things in your life, it's not all bad, it's not all hard, it's not all you know, a difficult life. The backdrop for me has been actually a very good life. When I was, you know, I talked about sharing more things about me so people can get to know me. But growing up, I mean, I was in cheerleading, I played basketball, I played soccer, I had a lot of field trips, I had a lot of opportunity in life, and I've had a very good life. I don't consider that perspective of a hard life really even describing me. I think it's really, life is what you make it. And there are hard times. I mean, there's spiritual abuse. I mean, I've been through almost everything. There's been spiritual abuse. My last videos talk about church harassment, and definitely if you don't agree with some people in the church, you don't have a conservative view of some things, you will get basically ganged up on in church until you agree with people about certain things. And if they think you're in sin, look out. You'll hear stuff from the pulpit, like you know, or little comments as you walk by people, you know, that you're to be holy because God's holy. And yeah, that's true. I mean, we are to be living, you know, good lives and clean lives. But when people are judging you and making comments and accusing you of things, you know, that's nothing but spiritual abuse and ganging up on people, and that is not loving other people. Emotional abuse, neglect, silent treatments, rudeness, unkindness, manipulation, physical abuse, where, you know, growing up and having, you know, your hair pulled out and being thrown across a room, and things like that. Financial hardship. There's a lot of trials in life. But to say you've had a hard life, and maybe you have, I mean, I do know people who have had a hard life, and, you know, that's part of life sometimes. We don't know why God has chosen some people to go through more than other people, but you also have a choice. You don't have to be a victim. You have a choice to overcome it all. And that's exactly what Christ did for us. He shows us, I mean, how he overcame. He had victory. He was someone who went through it all, worse than any of us could ever go through, especially his death, a death of shame and humility, a death um, that was a death of a criminal, although he was innocent. And you see things like that. You look at other people's stories and you realize there's always someone worse than you, always someone who's had it harder. So make sure that you are taking time to love yourself. I know as a teenager, something I struggled with was a little bit of self hate, and I don't know why that was. Um, but yeah, I did end up, growing and, having a lot of love, self-love. And I do, I like myself. I actually have a lot of self-acceptance. And as you know yourself better, I actually enjoy myself and I like who I am. And when you can get to that point in life where you actually like who you are, you're really going on a good path in life. Um, Something else was I was thinking about my teen years, and definitely, I mean, I struggled with insecurity, and I don't know why. It was probably watching, like on one of my videos, I just talked about Charlie's Angels, and they were kind of the example for me to live up to, or Wonder Woman, or other TV shows, and that kind of can set you up for failure or make you feel a little insecure before you develop your own sense of self. So, but I never thought I was that pretty growing up, but definitely had many guys thinking the opposite, and there was no lack of attention from boys growing up and dating a lot of different guys. And so I mean, I really have not, I've had a very good life. I've had a lot of fun in life. My favorite uncle, who I lost, who was in my life for about 42 years, he was, his name was Fun. His middle name was Fun. He was always, joking, always challenging me, and I just, I miss him. But he lives in my memory, and he would be the guy who would take us sledding. He would take us, you know, all over the place, haunted houses. Uh, he'd always be over, playing soccer with us, having fun with us. So I've had a really good life. And when you have those struggles, whether it's a forced abortion or dirt poverty or whatever you have gone through, you can overcome it. It's just, usually temporary trials that have happened because of someone else or because of yourself or circumstances. And you can actually even get stronger because of the trials. So make sure you care for yourself. And a lot of times it's just in the little things. So today I'm going for a motorcycle ride um, with my husband, and I am going to enjoy some time of just getting away. And that's something that I've always enjoyed, motorcycle rides. When I was a teenager, my friend and I used to go up to the ocean, and we would actually, I mean, people probably thought I was a little wild. I'm not conservative. I didn't think I was wild. We would go up there and we would bike around on, guys would ask us if we wanted to ride, and we'd jump on their bike and take a bike ride. And we had a lot of fun. Nothing, nothing too serious, just a bike ride. And yeah, so I've had a lot of good memories in my life. And I can't really complain. So